Hey y'all, DJ Legion back with you once again. New week, new weekend. Last week, maybe it was the week before now, I think. I showed you about half of a collection of free albums that I got. I got about 80 albums for free, and I showed, I think, the first half of those a couple of weeks ago. And in this video, we're going to be showing you the second half. That video got a lot of views, a lot more views than I anticipated. So you guys are liking that, so I figured I'd just keep a good thing going. And so what I'm going to do in this video is show you the other half of that 80 album collection that I got for free. So we'll just get started. Keith Williams, More Immortal Winners. This is big band, swing, jazz, orchestra music. The Keith Williams Sextet, that's a 6-band piece. There they are there. Haven't played any of these yet. Like I said, haven't cleaned them. Vaughan Williams folk song album. This is on Vanguard. Don't know much about Vaughan Williams yet. Red label. Great label, Vanguard. So, Walt Disney presents folk songs from the Far Corners. Francis Archer and Beverly Guile. Music by Camerata. There they are there. And this is on a purple label, Disney label, which is interesting. Disneyland. This is not in the best of condition, but we'll clean it up and see if I can work with it. Orchestrations, musical nostalgia of yesteryear. Featuring 18 all-time favorite tunes played by automatic musical machines from the early 20th century. So, I don't know, we'll find out about that. This guy here, Jesse Colin Young, Light Shine, never heard of him, but it's on Warner Brothers, so somebody must have liked him because they put him on a major label. Still has the shrink wrap on it. So there's some glare, sorry about that. Soul Music of USA, and this is not soul music. When we're talking about R&B, not that kind of soul music. They're going back spirituals, blues, westerns, folk dances, and work songs. So probably some slave music, call and response type thing, chain gang songs, that type of stuff. There's the back, and the cover, as you can see, yeah, it's got some issues. But this looks like it's going to clean up okay. And I'm going to check it out. Like I said, anything that I don't care for, once I finally play it, I can just give away again, you know, no problem. Mark Winkler, Jazz Life. This is a mint sealed copy of this. It's got a hole punch here, I guess. They punched it out because it wasn't selling. I don't know. Sometimes they do that. It goes all the way through. But it's mint sealed. There's about 14 people on Discogs who want this album. Maybe I'll put this up for sale. I don't know. They said the high price on this is like $20, and this is a mint sealed copy, other than this damage right here. So I might put this up on Discogs. I don't know. Have to check it out first and see. 40 Irish melodies, 40 favorite Irish melodies. The Dublin Concert Orchestra under the direction of Patrick Joyce. Favorite songs from Scotland with the Loch Chorus. This is on London. Original sleeve. An Evening in Moscow featuring Wahlberg and his orchestra. I looked on Discogs, and this particular version is not on there, although there is, I think, a French version where all the writing is in French. Same album, same graphics and everything, same design, but this particular one is not. George Wright, Fairmount organ premiere. This is, I got this for the local history of it. Recorded live in concert on November the 7th, 1981. On the occasion of the inaugural of the Wurlitzer pipe organ at the Fairmount Theater of the Performing Arts, Oakland, California, blah, 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 with the Fairmount Theater, big famous movie theater, performance theater in Oakland that I've been to. The Paramount, the Fox, those are key old-time theaters going back to the 20s and 30s. So, and George Wright is a real famous organist. This also not on Discogs, by the way, oddly enough. Tom Jones. This is Tom Jones. Got 1, 2, 3 copies of this. Gonna keep the best vinyl, the best inner sleeve, and the best jacket. And probably send the other 2 off to for VCLT, or put them on Discogs or whatever. These are on London. These are on the Parrot label. Oh, this is the real stuff, the Parrot label. So, like I said, going to keep the best inner sleeve, the best vinyl, and the best jacket. No hits on here to speak of. No Tom Jones hits. There's a lot of songs you've heard of. Little Green Apples, Wichita Linemen's, Let It Be Me, Hey Jude. Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, but no specific Tom Jones hits like Delilah or What's New Pussycat or It's Not Unusual. None of those, but still original Tom Jones from back in the day. 3 copies. I had to get this one. Lena, Horne, and Ricardo Montalban. That's who played Khan in Wrath of Khan and Mr. Rourke on Fantasy Island. This is the soundtrack to Jamaica, the Broadway show. Yeah, great stuff here. John McCormick sings Irish songs. This is dating back to the 20s. 1911, 1920, 1914, 1916. 1916, 1911, going way back now. This is old school stuff. Right at the beginning of recorded music, started about 1907, 1910, right in there. So this is early recorded music. Let the Good Times Roll. Earthquake Magoons, which was a club in San Francisco in the 50s and 60s. Turk Murphy. It was a jazz, swing, big band kind of guy. Anyway, I just got this for the local connection, San Francisco. This club here called Earthquake Magoons. It was a jazz club, a swing club back in the day, back in the 50s. So this was recorded at that establishment. They've long since closed. But I try to go back and get this stuff from San Francisco. All of these old clubs and the old Chinatown clubs. So that's why I picked this up. Eddie Duchin, Music for Dancing, 1932 to 1938. Guest vocalist Miss Frances Langford on Sunbeam Records. Love this big band swing stuff, so always looking to get some more on the cheap. And it didn't get any cheaper than free. Jack Teagarden in concert. Down Home Music wanted $8 for this at some point, but I got it for free. Jack Teagarden, a famous trombonist. There's another one, The Golden Horn of Jack Teagarden. Red Nichols, Adrian Rollins, Eddie Condon, Louis Armstrong, all appeared on this record here. This is MCA. Ernie Heckscher and his Fairmount Orchestra with Ernie Heckscher. This on Verve. Hollywood hits for dancing. I know I've mentioned this before. Ernie Heckscher, the Fairmount Orchestra, he played in the Venetian Ballroom of the Fairmount Hotel in San Francisco in the 1940s, 50s, 60s. And my wife's dad played in his house band, played saxophone for several years in the 1950s with Ernie Heckscher. This probably came out in the 60s. He was not playing on these recordings, most likely. But still, I love Ernie Heckscher, love the band music, and I love Verve Records. That is my favorite label, the Verve label. Love the music that they were putting out. So stoked to get that one. Oh. If Blackmore Rules watches this video, you should be paying particular importance to the next two albums. I don't need any more Osmond records, Greg. Yeah, don't need any more Osmond albums. Blackmore Rules loves to throw in an Osmond record every time he sends you VCLT. But I now have 2 of the 3 Osmond albums that matter. This is the first one here, Portrait of Donny Osmond. This has Puppy Love and Hey Girl. Those were the hits. Those were really the biggest hits of his career. Look how young he is there. There's one album that predates this that I want to get, the debut. But this is going back. It does not have the 3 candid 8x10 photos. I'm crushed. So, can't put those up on the wall, so to speak. There's also no jacket. This is pretty scratched up, but we're going to see what we can do with it. Yeah. Portrait of Donny Osmond. And of course, if you've got Donny, you've got to have Marie. Marie Osmond, Paper Roses. This is the only hit that she had of any importance. So now I have the 2. I have Donny and Marie. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, there's only one more Osmond record I want to get, which is the debut album from Donny Osmond. I think 1970, 71, something like that. But anyway, yeah. Donny and Marie, I've got them both. So you don't have to send me any Osmond records. Blackmore Rules. Don't have to send me any. And any VCLT that you may send in the future. Because I now have the albums that mattered. Leon Russell and the Shelter People. Leon Russell and the Shelter People. There we go. This is good condition. And what label? It's on some weird label. Yeah. Oh, Shelter Records. Okay, which is they use an upside down Superman logo as their logo. The Fabulous Edison Cylinder. This is the earliest stuff that was recorded, probably, in history. Before they had 78s, they had cylinders that's how they, that was the format that they would record on. And so this is, the first recordings that were ever made were made on these cylinders, and this is what they had. And of course, I'm sure the sound is horrendous. This is going back 1910, 1910, 1910, 1913. Yeah, the earliest recorded 1908. Yeah, this is when being able to record something was brand new technology. And this is what was recorded. So I'm going to just check this out, and like I said, if I like it, keep it. Maybe just keep it for the fact that it's what it represents. Cleo Lane, A Beautiful Thing, RCA in the Shrink. She's a female jazz / funk / soul singer, kind of a deep, soulful kind of voice. If you haven't heard of her before. This is in the Shrink Wrap. Going to keep this one. I listened to this on Google Play, and it's really good. Nostalgia on Nob Hill. Once again, Ernie Heckscher and the Fairmount Orchestra, San Francisco. There's the Fairmount Hotel. Big Band and Swing. The Virtuoso Oboe. I guess it is oboe. It is classical music where oboe was the featured instrument, the instrument they were showcasing. So yeah, it's on Vanguard. And the Virtuoso Oboe Volume 2, also on Vanguard. This has Mozart, Handel, Albinoni. Albinoni? Is that how it is? I don't know. I don't know how you say that. Anyway, once again, classical music where oboe is the featured instrument. I might give these away. I might not keep these, but I want to play them and see what I think. And then if I'm grooving on them, I'll keep them. If not, I don't know. Bert Kaempfert. Red Roses for a Blue Lady. The album is called Blue Midnight on Decca. Great. Once again, big band swing / jazz instrumental music from back in the day. This is going to be good. No doubt about that. On Decca, on the old Decca label. And somebody named, I don't know, they wrote on the label, "Thanks a lot. Way to ruin the value." Anyway, the other side's clean though. Come on now. You wasted my film time. Okay, there we go. There's no actual film, but you know what I mean. John Handy, the second John Handy album, the John Handy Quintet. This is jazz. This is on Columbia. Jazz John Handy 3. This one is on Roulette. Great condition on this one. Really super clean. Stoked to get this great classic jazz. Quicksilver Messenger Service, Happy Trails. This is a great album, but this copy is beat to hell. It is the top there, yeah. But I'll probably track down a better copy of this on eBay or Discogs and add it to my collection and then send this one along. But this is a great live record. Recorded, I believe, at the Fillmore in San Francisco. Yeah, Fillmore East and West. So some of it was recorded in New York and some was recorded in San Francisco. Yeah, November 19th, 1968. Yeah, great stuff. Sophie Tucker, Some of These Days, Westwood Records. This was not on Discogs either, oddly enough. Sophie Tucker was coming through from the vaudevillian era. The last of the Red Hot Mamas, that was her. That was what they called her back in the day. And this is dating back 1930, 23, 28, 27. So the 20s and the early 1930s. Josh White's Blues. This, I believe, is from 59. It's on Mercury. Great condition on this one as well. There's no inner sleeve. I'm going to have to get some inner sleeves. But yeah, the record's in great condition. Needs to be cleaned, but they all do. But the jacket is really nice. So a MoFi sleeve and, you know, a run through the spin clean, which that's something else I want to mention. I have a spin clean that I ordered. My wife bought it for me for my birthday, which is actually months away. But yeah, so it's on order. Should be here in a week or less. So I'll run through the spin clean and a nice new MoFi sleeve, and this will be good to go. This is interesting. Original cast recording. Do Re Mi. Paul Silvers. I love this jacket. See, it's really thick. You can see how thick it is. And you pull this inner sleeve out like so. And there it is, the inner sleeve. Very creative packaging, especially for the time. And this is on RCA Victor. Yeah. Yeah, I'm grooving on the inner sleeve on this. I love how they did that. So you put it back together like so. Sophie Tucker again and Harry Rickman. His Broadway and Hers is the name of the album. So I guess they each get maybe one side. Yeah, Harry's on side 1 and Sophie Tucker's on side 2. 12 songs, 6 songs on each side. Anyway, this is on Discogs. But the other Sophie Tucker that I showed you a second ago is not. So, gonna check that out. The Honey Drippers, Volume 1. This is 5-song EP. Don't know much about him. Jazz, I believe. Yeah, based on the photo. Maybe a 3-piece jazz band, I'm not sure. This is RCA Music Club pressing. Manufactured by RCA Music Service under license. Once again, Buffy St. Marie. This is the stereo version of It's My Way. I believe I showed you the mono version in the last one. I got 2 copies of this, one mono and one stereo. And this is a Stereo Lab. In case Richard Riley is watching this, he made a video talking about that particular series from Vanguard, the Stereo Lab series. Anita Bryant's Greatest Hits on Columbia. And this has, this is in the shrink wrap. Just has the pop hits that all these singers were singing at the time. Paper Roses. Pretty Lies, My Little Corner of the World. Anyway, Columbia stereo, you know, in the shrink wrap, great condition. And this is Lou Leslie's Blackbirds of 1928. And it features Duke Ellington, Cab Calloway, Ethel Waters, Don Redman, bunch of the big jazz people, big band swing people played on this album. It's a Broadway show, I believe. Yeah, original Broadway production. So it's a soundtrack. It's a gatefold. Show you that. And it's on Columbia Hall of Fame series. Don't have a jacket for this one, either sleeve for this one either. Gray label mono. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll hit that. A MoFi sleeve on a trip through the spin clean, and this will be good to go as well. And finally, let's see, PDQ batch. 1807 to 1742. Chamber music under the direction of George Mester. PDO batch, recently discovered works, I suppose. Anyway, Vanguard recordings for the connoisseur. There's the cover. Interesting. Love the artwork on the instruments there. This one, once again, maybe I'll keep it, maybe I won't. Have to see how it, you know, if I like it or not. Classical is, you know, I can live with classical on CD. Don't have a lot of storage for vinyl, so I don't tend to put classical is not a genre that's high up on my list. So usually I can live with CDs when it comes to classical music, but we'll see. So, all right, there it is, the second half of my 80 LP lot that I got for free. So hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it does as well as the first one. My goodness. We're pushing 400 views on that other one already. So that's great. Anyway, so that's it for this video. I'm going to try to film a few more today. But for now, till I see you again, you know what to do. Turn up the music, turn down the drama, and I'll see you soon.